tip 24, and this is a special request. I'd actually like to read the request to you. My name is Michael Kiehm, by the way, and this is Tashina Beckman. She's going to be helping me out with this video. Okay, Ashley Freda from Brazil writes to me on Facebook. Hey Michael Kiehm, I'm a big fan of yours. I'm from Brazil and I love to dance, and your videos help me a lot. Well, I have a question, and I would like to know about the musicality dynamics that mess with the time of the song. How many dynamics can I use? And I don't know if that makes sense, but for example, my partner wants me to stop at a determined time in the song, and how can I understand that? Well, anyway, thank you. So anyway, I wrote back and said we would go ahead and cover her tip, so this will work out for Ashley Freda from Brazil. In any case, the breaks are what the intonations or the phrases are what we call breaks in the music. Sometimes you'll have a song that has no breaks, sometimes you have a song that's filled with breaks, and it's not a good idea to try to hit every single one of them when it's a busy song like that. But when it's just got a few breaks in it, it's pretty cool to do. And after you dance to the song for about 20 to 30 seconds, you can almost determine when the break's going to happen. And you can count that out in your head as it's going to happen on the 5 or on the 3, but it's usually on the odd number. So to give you an example of something, I'm going to lead Tashina in an underarm pass. And let's assume that in 5 counts, I know the music's going to make a freeze. But I don't necessarily need to stop. I just know it's going to happen. And she also knows it's going to happen. So what's going to happen here is I'm going to lead an underarm pass, but I'm going to continue to dance all the way through all 6 counts. My partner, on the other hand, Tashina, is actually going to do something on 5 to accent the break in the music. So that would be something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So she made a complete stopping action or something to show that, hey, I heard something different. Let's assume I did know it was coming and I really wanted to do something with it. In this case, what I would do is I would probably add an indication through my lead to tell her I'd like you to freeze. So it would be something like 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. So I gave her a little pushback and I stopped it. So I actually drove her back into a freezing position on the 5th count. So that means both of us worked off of that. Again, though, I may decide that I want to hit that 5, and maybe she doesn't hear it and doesn't worry about it. That would be 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6. So now she kept going through 5 and 6, and I stopped on my 5. You have to pick which pose you'd like to hit. You kind of want to do that in front of the mirror to see if you like what you're hitting, because sometimes you'll hit something and go, okay, that's ugly, I don't want to do that. But anyway, try to get something that's kind of cool, a crossbody line, something that's more than one-dimensional. In other words, don't stop flat. Stop on an angle of some type. It's always cooler looking. Now, if in the music we have different sounds in the music, those are called intonations or different rhythms. We can play with those rhythms, so we're going to show you how that looks in just a moment here. It's not hard to do. You just need to identify the sound, figure out what that rhythm is, decide what you want to do to it, and don't try to do it right away because that's probably going to be repetitive. Give it a second, dance for a moment, and when you find an opportunity, you can play with it. So we're going to give you a couple examples. The song we're going to do here is actually a royalty-free song we pulled off the internet, so it's got a pretty repetitive beat, and there are no breaks, but there are a lot of little cool sounds that we can play off of. They're rhythms, so we're going to change the rhythm of our movement to match the rhythm of the music, but still show the dancing figures. So we might both actually stop once in a while to tell you what we're doing. We'll start in our closed position. See the pauses in the middle. Those are your accents. After a while, you'll get used to the rhythm that it's using, and it's a pretty repetitive rhythm. So you're just looking for small movements that can identify and really show that action. Simple actual steps with the feet, stop the feet, use the body. So you have to have a good connection and you have to understand your basics first, or none of this works. I love that. She does some very cool things that have a little hip-hop feel to it. So that was pretty simple, ladies. All she's doing is stopping and then working the body.
everyone to get just comfortable with it is put on a ton of songs and just listen to them over and over again, and maybe do this by yourself where you're not around a lot of people. And you just get used to how your body moves. You have to play with your instrument. This is your instrument, and you get to learn how it creates. So when you're by yourself and you're moving, you practice what feels good, and then you can then apply it in your partnership when you're dancing. And you'll figure out if it fits good into the West Coast swing patterns or not, but you just play and you have fun with it.
Now, the other thing you can do is you can actually go onto YouTube or Facebook or whatnot, look for different dancers' videos, and watch what they do to the music, and then maybe pull that little move out and go and practice that move until you make it your move, because sometimes we just can't create on our own. We need somebody else to give us the information. Nothing wrong with that. Copying is a great form of flattery. So pick up some of that material from somebody else, work it out a little bit, make it yours. You might want to videotape it first before you put it in the public eye. Okay? It's just one of those things. You got to check it out a little bit first. But anyway, that helps you out a little bit, I'm sure. And I hope it helps out a lot of other dancers on the floor. And we'll be back again with more tips. Thanks, guys.